Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Good to see you guys again, or I should say hear from you. It has been a while. It has been months actually. That is not my normal. I usually try to post weekly if possible, and I did kind of allude to something might change in the near future, and it did. So there's you'll see my surroundings are kind of different. It's a little chaotic over here. I'm actually in a different room than I normally record, so there's that. And there was a very, very good reason for that. I have myself some nice hot coffee because I am incredibly tired. I'm recording this in the afternoon. We'll see here. I am going to turn my timer on. Whew, almost forgot to do it. I'm going to turn my timer on to try to keep myself honest with my time. But how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I think the last time I recorded was in May. We are now at the very end of July, just in time for August, Michigan Fiber Festival, which is actually the shop update news at the beginning here. Michigan Fiber Festival is literally like 2 weeks away. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Am I ready? Yes. For the most part. I'm still actually working out all the finalizing of labels and all of that for things. Trying to keep things really organized because I am going to have some wonderful helpers in my booth that slightly shifted from the original group that would be helping me. So I will, again, share a little bit more about that in the life update end of things at the end. But I have all kinds of things here to try to help me stay on track. I will talk about some new bases that will be at the booth. So if you are stopping by at Michigan Fiber Festival, I'm also kind of blind right now because it is raining outside. Thank the Lord, because it has been so dry here in Michigan. But it is raining, which is great, but it's very, very cloudy. And I'm also in our lower level. That's where my room is now that I'm working out of. So I do not have that wonderful light that I used to have. So safe to say, we are working with the fact that I am blind, sleep deprived, but here for all the woolly goodness. So, shop update end of things. I have actually been dyeing some yarn when I've been able to, and my microphone, it is on. Good. I hope you guys can hear me. I do have a new base. So I have a new base that will be coming with me to Michigan Fiber Festival. I did not have it on the website. It is a brand new to me base. It is my Linen Dream base, and I actually have a couple colorways that will be dyed up on it. I had initially planned to dye more colors. I'm just running out of time. So the base is 80% non-superwash merino. So it is non-superwash merino. I just wanted to specify that. It is very beautiful, and it has 20% linen in it. And I have a couple colorways dyed up. 3 of these are new colorways. 1 is a colorway that I had in the shop before. So the one you may be familiar with is Mossy. I dyed that one up here on the linen base. So it's a little bit, I would say it's a little bit brighter than other bases that I've used. It takes the dye a little differently than like all merino or BFL, but it's a really rich green colorway. It's layered in nature, so it's not a solid. So if you're doing a garment, this would be a good one to maybe alternate skeins if you don't want pooling at all. There shouldn't be major pooling, but I mean, I do dye these skeins in dye baths, so there is a chance that there might be obviously very similar skeins. So that's Mossy. And you may or may not be able to see like the little flecks of linen in there. Linen doesn't really take dye very well at all. So it like kind of looks like light. You really see it in the darker color here that I'll show you. But the next color, I'm still looking to name this one. that is where we're at, you guys. This is all coming down to the wire. So when you come to Michigan Fiber Festival, it'll be a surprise. You won't know what it's called until you get there. So there's this one. It's super vibrant. It is coming out a bit brighter in the video. Here we go. There, that's more accurate to the color. It's a very bright purple colorway. And again, you probably can see a little bit of the flex in there of the linen. Super soft. It is like it's a fingering weight. So you could definitely make socks with this. It would be really nice for socks. And then this is the lilac colorway. So this is a new colorway. A lighter purple, bit of a cooler purple. Very pretty. And then this one I love. I love all my deep, rich colors, my jewel tones. This one is plum. This one I actually have already labeled. But yes, so that is plum. Very rich colorway. And there you can see my new tags, maybe if it's not totally blasted out. So it has the base color, or the base name, the base information, yardage, all that good stuff, and then the name of the colorway will be written on there by hand. The way I can hopefully print out a bunch of labels at once and then just write all the colorways for each base. So that's new to the shop. That will be coming. It will not be on the website right away. My goal, you guys, my goal. In the past I said, the week after Michigan Fiber Festival, I will be putting anything that doesn't sell active on the site. Also want to disclaim that the website will be down in a week. So in preparation for Michigan Fiber Festival, I don't want things selling while they're being sold at Michigan Fiber Festival. I don't want that possibility of something selling in person and then being purchased online. I don't want to let anybody down. So for a week prior to Michigan Fiber Festival, it will, actually, you know what? Actually 2 weeks prior to Michigan Fiber Festival, because Michigan Fiber Festival is like in the middle of the week, practically. It starts on a Friday, but I set up on a Thursday. So then everything will be packed up by the week prior, it'll be packed up. So I'm in 2 weeks prior. So basically starting Monday, the site will be down. I do apologize. I want you guys to be able to see things that are coming. But again, I'm going to be totally transparent. A lot of these new colorways, a lot of the new bats that I made, that the hand processed wool, that I washed the wool, carded the wool, picked the wool, carded the wool, all that good stuff. I don't have all of those photographed on the website yet. So it's more or less, if there's any extra, I will photograph it and put it on there. So initially I wanted to do it the week after Michigan Fiber Festival, but I'm going to be really upfront with you guys. It might be 2 weeks after, because life is just extra interesting and busy these days. So, yeah, things that have been priority one are now at the bottom of the list. So I appreciate your patience. Those of you that are here with me, thank you for sticking around. Yeah, I really miss chatting with you guys. I miss sharing information with you guys and hearing back from you. I hope you're well. I think a couple of you mentioned you might come to Michigan Fiber Festival and stop by the booth and say hi, and I really hope you do. I'd love to get to know you in person. It's always fun chatting with you guys on messages and everything, and that's really neat. But it's just extra special to actually meet you in person. So if you do come by the booth, I think my booth is in, oh my gosh, see guys, I'm so tired. I think it's building 8A. It's A or B. But whichever one it is. When you first come into the Fiber Festival from the main parking lot, you know where the big rooster, the big chicken is? There's a chicken, a rooster at the entrance. Where the little historical village is. There's 2 barns, and then there's the open area where the food vendors are, and then there's the big expo building in the back. And then there's the other area for the bunny barn and stuff. The 2 barns up at the front that are connected, I think it's 8A and B. I think I'm in B then. I'm in B, I'm pretty sure I'm in B. I'm going to be in there. And I should be, if I'm figuring this out correctly, I think I'm at the far end, closer to the food booths in that building. So come say hi. Come find me. I'd love to chat with you guys. My mom and my dad will be helping in my booth, which is awesome. I so appreciate them volunteering to help. It's going to be, hopefully it won't be as hot as it's been. I hope it will be warm, so we're not, obviously freezing and all that good stuff. And I hope it's beautiful weather. It's always been nice and sunny, usually for the most part for the festival, which is awesome. But I really hope it's not going to be like 90 plus degrees, just for the fact that, myself included, I had heat exhaustion as a teenager. I think I've talked about this before. I'm highly sensitive to temperature, and my body does not regulate well. So for myself, and I know my dad has issues with that. So I really want people to be comfortable. So I'm definitely going to make sure I have fans of some kind in some capacity. So anyway, going on and on about this, but I'm really looking forward to it. So if you aren't familiar with Michigan Fiber Festival, it is in Allegan, Michigan. It is going to be the weekend of the 14th through the 16th of August. So it starts Friday. So it's Friday. I want to say it's from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. I'm pretty sure. Double check the website. It's Michigan Fiber Festival. If you look that up online, you'll find it. And it has all the information on there. But it ends on Sunday, and I'm pretty sure it's similar hours, but it's less. So 10 to 4, I think. But yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. I love Michigan Fiber Festival. It is one of the only fiber festivals that I go to currently, and it's such a treat. It's such a treat. The people are wonderful. The animals are so beautiful and fun and cute, and it's just really a great time. It's a great place to bring your kids too, if you've got kiddos. Obviously, if it's hot out, that won't probably be the most fun experience for everybody. But there's the food, the animals. Like, that's the fun part. I mean, you got the fair food, and of course all the woolly goodness. But if you go to the critter area, so past the expo building, they have sheep, they have goats, they don't have alpacas anymore, unfortunately. They have their own festival. But there's bunnies in the bunny barn, and they're so cute and fluffy, the Angora bunnies. Oh my goodness. So really fun. There's usually a lot of kids around checking all that out. And it's just, I love their enthusiasm. I mean, I thought that the kids would be the super excited ones, but there's so many parents, like there's adults just as excited to see some of these critters, and I absolutely love it. It's such a fun event. So I hope you'll come out and check it out if you live nearby, or if you're able to take a long weekend. I think it would be very worth your time. Check it out. Okay. Whew. Continuing on. Anyway, I have finished objects. I have a couple finished objects. And we're going to start with one that's a little different, because I know usually we're all fiber arts on this channel. So I am going to talk a little bit about my hand spinning here. So I did do tour de fleece. My goal was to spin 15 minutes a day if I could. And most days I was able to do that, which was awesome. Some days I actually got a little bit more in, which is also awesome. I had family helping out, which was amazing. And my husband was like, hey, go do this for a while. And I was all for that. So this is all I was able to accomplish. My goal is a sweater spin for the Rose cardigan by Andrea Mowry. It's beautiful. So side note on this, if you like any of Andrea Mowry's patterns, curious about them, which I highly recommend her patterns, I have had excellent success with. Very clear, great tutorials. She has her birthday sale going on right now. I think it's only good for a week, so I don't know when you're seeing this. But if you go to her channel, I'll knit if I want to, she has the code. And she's actually, I think on her Instagram as well, it's Drea Renee Knits. She actually posted her special deal. So she usually only gives the super deep discount through her email newsletter for her subscribers for her birthday. And it's usually the discount of her birthday, which is a big one. This year it's 43. So that's a huge discount. It's awesome. And so you can use that code on any of her patterns except for her two most brand new patterns. But she's sharing that discount with everybody, which is awesome. So it's a really great way to stock up on some patterns you've been eyeing, or if you've ever been curious to try them, I highly, highly recommend it. So the Rose cardigan, I'd love to make an All the Lights cardigan with this, but honestly, I'm just trying to be honest with myself. I love the All the Lights cardigan, but that, again, was my Mount Everest, and I just don't know if I'll ever make it again. But my goal is 6 skeins of our Amanita's lamb fleece spun up 2-ply. I have 5 skeins here. I am currently spinning the 6th skein, and that should be more than enough to make the size 2 of the rose cardigan. Fly down here. It's very obnoxious. But I love Amanita's wool. It's a beautiful kind of oatmeal color. Super pretty. She's a Shetland. I spun it long draw, which is my favorite. This was her lamb fleece that had like almost 9-inch staple length. It was ridiculous. And so I just let that thing go long draw, and it just spun up like a dream, which is why I was able to spin as much as I was able to. Long draw is just, it's a dream. It's a dream to spin. I tend to spin wool and spun. I don't tend to spin worsted just because that little short forward, it's just, who has the time? So that is that. Speaking of Amanita, I've spun up her wool before. I told you guys that. So actually, I have spun up Amanita's wool before. I did a 3-ply, and I was knitting. So it's my first finished object. I was knitting the Leerdam Basics cowl by Mika Johnson, and I finished it because I don't think I talked about this yet. I do not think I did. If I did, then I probably did. You know what? I feel like I did. Did I talk about this already? Okay, if I did, ignore me. But it's been 2 months, so I really should have looked back at my old one. But here it is again as a refresher. This isn't going to be a sample at my booth, but this is all out of Amanita's lamb fleece. So this is a perfect example of how variegated it can look. Shetland wool is fascinating. She had areas of darker brown tips when she was a baby, and as it grew out, it became more of a gray oatmeal color. And so it's interesting how some sections, and how it actually kind of like took up the section area, which is fascinating. But yeah, that's all different variations. It is double thickness. This is going to be so warm. Definitely looking forward to that in the winter months, but at the moment, that's going to be in my booth. And my goal is for all of my finished items that I'll have in my booth. I will actually have a couple advents. I don't have many of them left, but I do have a couple that I will have in the booth. So if you've been looking to get an advent, you thought about it and weren't sure, I'll have them in the booth. And because they were past advents, I actually have, one, I have some examples of them knit up. So you'd actually be able to see the colorways if you're like, I can't buy something unless I know the colors. So I will have that available for you to see. And then I will have QR codes with the link to the patterns that I knit some of these things up in, if you wanted to try those patterns too. So that'll all be in the booth as well. And then I have another finished object. It's a big one. It's a big one, you guys. I was working on this forever. I gotta figure out where I put my coffee here so that I don't dip this in there because it's huge. Anyway, Stephen West, Mystery Musical, finally finished it. This thing is enormous. I did not block it yet. I need to do that. So I'm going to be wet blocking this after we're done. But this is my Mystery Musical. It is enormous. It will not fit in the screen, so I'm just going to slowly move my way through it. And I'm going to start at the first part. So this, the welt area, is the first section. And then we make our way to the second section, which is this kind of like wavy section. That's the second section. And then the third section is this really cool like checkerboard area. These are all my colorways, and that's the other thing. All the tags of these patterns in my booth will have the colorways listed on them. If you're like, oh, I love that color, what is it? Of course, you can ask me. But if I'm talking to someone and you're like, oh, I just need to know now, it will be on that card because I'm trying to help folks because I know the festival can get kind of nutty. And then this is the fourth one section. So it's this area here. which is cool. It looks kind of checkerboard-like. And then into the brioche area. I did do the brioche option. That's the full size. You can adjust. And then I did do some of the mohair dares. So Stephen West is notorious for going, hey, mohair dare, put some mohair in areas. So I did not use mohair, but I did use alpaca because I have alpaca cloud as one of my bases. And so I held my alpaca cloud with the coordinating colorway in different areas. So I did it on the whelps. So that's like extra fuzzy. Hopefully you can see that. It's like extra fuzzy. And that is in the Hunter's Moon colorway. I do have some of that in the shop. And then the bright, vibrant color is Autumn Kiss. And then there's Nightshade is the super dark purple. And then this really fun multicolored speckle is, it's all a bunch of Hocus Pocus. And I do have, I think all of these. I think I have at least like 1 or 2 skeins of some of these still in the shop. Because what I did is I dyed up a bunch for when I did like my big dye, and any extras that I had, I kind of kept a couple aside, and then I decided, well, I'm just going to bring them all to Michigan Fiber Festival with me because somebody might want them, even though I love them and I would knit with them still. I think I'd like to share the fun colors. So these were my fall colorways from last year, and I would definitely like to bring some of them back. I love them. Nightshade is like my ultimate purple. I love it so much. I actually have an entire shawl, which I'm thinking I'm going to bring with me. It's my Stoker shawl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made a QR code for that one. That is all Nightshade colorway. It's really pretty. So yes, so there it is. There is my Mystery Musicale. It's enormous. Enormous. I would wrap this on me, but it's going to hit my microphone and drive everybody nuts. But that is the other one that I finished because, like I said, it's been 2 months, and that one I've been working on since October. So it's almost a year later. It kind of sat in the corner. I just kept getting distracted by new shiny objects. That's what happened. All right. Is that it for my works in progress? Is that it? Okay, it is. All right. Oh, goodness. All right. So, yeah, we are going to discuss what's been going on. Where have I been? Did I get lost? Did I fall in a hole somewhere? I did not get lost. I did not fall in a hole somewhere. So you guys will be seeing this hopefully before Monday, but honestly, I have to first, there's just a few more people I need to share this news with before I can post this on the internet. But the very, very exciting news, extremely exciting news, is that we are in the process of adopting a little girl. And oh, I will not get emotional. Shoot, I'm going to try really hard not to get emotional. For those of you that have been with us for a while, I'm assuming you're still with me right now. And thank you for all of your support through all of these years. If you've been with me for a while, if you haven't been with me for a while, you will know that it's been quite a journey growing our family. And we have gone through tremendous loss. And now the day that it happened was unbelievable. And it was like, of course we're at work and you get the call and it's like, you have to register like what's happening. It's like 1 second you're doing your normal day and you're at work. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, now we got to call mom to come help and take care of the animals. And we're driving across the state. We're to a hospital and to a place we've never been. And it's just unreal. It was unreal. So it's super exciting. She's absolutely beautiful. I will not get emotional. I will not get emotional. I will not get emotional. Yes, which is why I haven't been on here in 2 months. Yes, it's kind of hard to do that when I was on leave from work, and it's like I was still doing things for Multifarious Nature because I had to. With the show coming up, I have to do things to get organized for that, but it's taking me forever to get things done for the obvious reason, because she is priority one, and so like getting her taken care of and making sure she's okay takes priority over all of these things. And so unless I have someone else taking care of her, it's incredibly difficult for me to get anything done. So when I've been dyeing or labeling things, doing all that, 90% of the time it's because I have somebody like my mom or my husband, or even like my in-laws too. Like they're people coming and taking care of her so I can focus. And it's also like sharing the weight. Obviously my husband, when he gets home from work, he's her dad, so he's watching or he's helping, which is awesome and so wonderful. I love that we have this support structure. But yes, it is just wild. And so yeah, she's doing really well. She's now 2 months old, which is crazy. Okay, just like a blink of an eye, and she's now like starting to like try to communicate, not just visually, like using her eyes, but like verbally. And it's unbelievable. She's growing so fast. She doesn't fit in some of her newborn clothes anymore, which is really sad. It's exciting, but it's so sad. Yeah, it's like, it's a big deal. So, anyway, I could go on and on. I will say that, just so you guys are aware, we really couldn't share any information for a while there because for legal reasons, we're not able to really share much about her at all online. That it was not allowed because we were temporary guardians, and now we are. We're considered. We're still seeking to adopt her, but it's been approved by the judge. So basically, we have to the adoption has to be finalized after some observation, months of observation, if that makes sense. So basically, at this point, we are her legal guardians, but the adoption isn't finalized yet. If that makes sense. It's very unique. Adoption is very unique. There's so many different facets to it. It's incredibly involved, and it takes a long time. And it's just, but yet it's a blink of an eye. It's so bizarre. But we're all very fortunate. I can't give away too much information for her own. It's her story, right? This is our daughter's story. So, yeah, her name's Evelyn, and she's beautiful. And yes, I can't share too much about her adoption. Just again, it's her story to share. But it's so special, and yeah, took us a long time to get here, but there's a reason that it took us that long to get here. So it's because of her. Anyway, I'm not going to get so emotional. I'm getting emotional. I'm not going to get emotional. Oh my goodness. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'd love to hear what you're working on. If you are coming to Michigan Private Festival in August, definitely let me know. I'd love to know that you're going to at least be coming. And if you do stop by the booth, definitely say hi. I really love that. And anyway, goodness. So yes, life is crazy. We have it's like we have 5 sheep, 2 ducks, chickens, 2 dogs, and now we're responsible for another human being. So it's unreal. It's unreal. It really is. Oh my goodness. My eyes are leaking. But yeah, we're really, really special and unbelievably blessed beyond words. I cannot explain this well enough, but I really just want to say thank you again to everybody for your support. Yeah, your constant continued support and kind words throughout the years and prayers. Huge, huge, and continued prayers for everybody's health and everything. So it's very exciting time. But anyway, yes. So that is it for my update here. Oh gosh, I'm glad it didn't take me forever to do this video. It just took me forever to do this video, but it didn't end up being like hours long. I just can't record that long, as we all know. But I look forward to seeing you guys. I look forward to catching up with you soon. And I'm hoping to continue to do once a week postings, but we will see how that goes. With Michigan Fiber Festival coming up here, that might be a little nutty, but hopefully we'll get back into that routine of once a week, just kind of updating you guys on what I'm working on. It might end up being once every other week. We'll see. But the exciting news is, on top of all that, I almost skipped on this too. Gosh, there's so much going on. It's unbelievable. So this is huge. This is really exciting too. With being parents now, raising little Evelyn, we have made the decision, my husband and I, that I will be at home with her and taking care of her full time, which is huge. It's such a blessing. I feel very called to it, and I've wanted to do that, and now having her here and having this relationship with her and seeing her change and grow, and to be able to be here the day to day to support her is huge. And I'm really grateful that we're able to do that. It's not going to be easy. There will be a lot of life adjustments and changes because of that. I'm incredibly grateful. And yeah, because of that, though, Amy, I will hopefully, which I do. I have more time that I can focus on Multifarious Nature. Obviously, it comes between taking care of her, of course, but there is now a shift where when my husband comes home from work and then he clocks in, right? He clocks in. I try to get things done with Multifarious Nature, so I have more time to do that, which is huge, because that is hopefully a way that we can, offset some of that change in income and everything. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of work, and but there's so much passion involved in this. I absolutely love the fiber arts, obviously, with all the spinning and dyeing and sheep. It's a big passion project of mine. So lots of fun things coming in the future. Bear with me though as I navigate the waters of being a parent. We've been a mom and dad for a long time to angels, but we have not been parents to children that we've raised on this earth. And so that is a huge shift, and it's very exciting. It's all good and just amazing. And I'm getting emotional again. But I just want to say thank you guys. And again, I will be seeing you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Yep. And you take care. Bye.